Well, folks, how you doing today? Papa Joe here, doing that trucker nonsense, waiting on a message. I had a pretty good weekend overall. Robert Lakota did real good on the property. They made a lot of headway Saturday. Sunday, Lakota worked, and he did good. I had him doing some pretty work, where the two of them, they teamed together to do some bigger jobs, and then when it's just Lakota or just Robert, just one of them, they do lighter jobs, which is common sense. They finished off that berm Saturday, and then they backed up and did some cleaning there at the point, which I did videos of it. Then Sunday, Lakota backed up and did a whole bunch of weed eating and pruning, trimming, lopping with the big loppers. And I did a video of that one too after it did the work. Man, it's looking good. I'm sure there's some of you that ain't into it, but me, I am. It's looking good. So, got home around 11 o'clock, I think it was Friday, in the morning. And 10:30 or 11, I forget. But my dispatcher had taken some days off, and the manager shot me a load for today. Picked up 1 o'clock, about 50 miles from the house. Cool. So in my books, that gave me a 3-day weekend. From noonish Friday until around 11 o'clock Monday. That's, that's pretty much a 3-day weekend in my book. But rain, oh man, did it come in this morning. So I sat around the house. We had went shopping yesterday afternoon. Robert and his family came over for dinner. I'd invited him for Saturday night, but he's like, Pop, time I get done working out here in this heat, I'm going to want to go home, shower, and just melt. Alright, I understand. What about tomorrow night? You want to get together and have dinner, do something besides just work? Yep. So, he didn't know what time he was coming over, and me and Mama made a lazy Sunday morning of it. I went out and worked with Lakota off and on. I didn't do a whole lot. I ain't in shape for it. And this heat tears this old fat man up. And I'm honest enough to admit it. So we finally went shopping. We did we call it a taco casserole. We did another one of them. We did one a couple weeks back. Thing with us is we don't write down recipes, and none of our dishes are exactly the same as the time before. Now we're pretty good about remembering what we don't like in them. So let's see. We got back. Mama started her Mississippi mud brownie, which is like a Mississippi mud cake, only it's made with brownie. Duh. Damn, is it rich. As a matter of fact, I told her to send some home with the grandbabies. Get even with that son of ours. Let them kids bounce off his walls. I don't think he appreciated it much. But now after they left mine, I'll get back to the other part of the story. But after they left, we was both tired. Mama went ahead and went to bed. She's like, I'm going to lay down. I'll get up and help you put food away here in an hour or so. Got you, Grandma. She didn't get up. I did the food, put the food up. But, so she did that while I was getting the taco stuff ready. So I started on it, and when her brownies came out, yeah, truck driver, that might be a day cab, but that's going to be a hell of a turn for you, buddy. But as soon as her brownies came out, she did her marshmallow and whatnot, stuck it back in for the 5 minutes. By then, we had the taco casserole ready, and we slid it right on in there. So while it was cooking, or warming up, is all it really had to do with melted cheese and marry it all together. While it was ready, we'd got some big old taters. We washed them all up, got them ready, got them dried off, and buttered them up, and put a little sea salt on them. Normally, we would just set them on the rack or wrap them in foil and set them in there. This time, we have a big pan that she wanted to try to cook them in there. And it had been so long since we actually cooked a tater in the oven. You know, anymore what she does is she wraps them in shrink wrap with just me and her, and we throw them in the microwave. That just plumb easy. I mean, 5-10 minutes, they're done. Regular tater in the oven, it's a good 45 minutes. So we debated on how long, so I set it for an hour 10, and I think she had it turned up to 400, and after that, you're going to cause a wreck there, big truck. Some of these drivers out here just blow me away. After an hour 10, they still wasn't done, but they had a deal going on, National Geographic, Animal Planet, one of them channels. They had a deal running all day yesterday evening about Australia. So we sat around watching that. So finally the taters had got done, and I don't know what this guy's doing. I hope he don't cause a wreck close to me. But yet, I hope he don't back off down in that wet ditch. But we had chili cheese baked taters, and we love them. I don't know about y'all. I forgot to set out the bacon bits. They could have had bacon, but I don't like bacon bits on mine. They could have had bacon bits with them. But, and we had grabbed some Frito chips. The son stopped and grabbed some. We didn't have much left, and I called and told him, just in case them grandbabies didn't want to do the chili cheese taters, which they didn't. All they wanted was butter on theirs. Okay, have butter on yours, you know. The rest of us, we loaded ours up. Good stuff. There was like 9 potatoes in there, and after feeding everybody, we still had 4 left. I mean, they were so big that them kids ate a half of one. That was all they wanted. And the youngest one, he couldn't even eat a whole half of his. But now he did eat a lot of Frito pie. So I fixed me up 2 taters back there. They're in the icebox. And oh, me and Mama, Saturday night. Me and Mama decided we wanted to try doing a fried rice. You know, a lot of them call it the house fried rice, you know, whenever you order Oriental. And we've always said that if you do house rice, fried rice right, hell, it's a meal in itself. I know normally you get it and other stuff to go with it, but we wanted to try just a fried rice, and we had talked about it during the week, and she had looked up a couple recipes. So we did that Saturday night with just what we had around the house, and it turned out pretty dadgum good. Could have used more shrimp because we only had a partial bag of shrimp. We had a little 3-pack of chicken breast. And see, I've told you before on my cooking videos and whatnot that I will get the family pack even though it's just me and Mama, and we'll use some up and we'll set some in the freezer. And she dug through the freezer Saturday morning and found that and set it out, and we put it, I cut it all up and put it in the marinated. So it got to marinate pretty much all day, and it turned out good. Last weekend she had made that carrot cake, and although we have one of those, what is it, Kitchen Chef or whatever, one of the big fancy mixers that you get all the attachments for, I always wanted one. Here a year ago I bought one, and whenever I see attachment that fits it, I get it. But instead of making her use that for chopping up carrots, I seen they had shredded carrots, so I got her that for her to make her carrot cake with, and she didn't use all of it, so we had that. Now she did steam those, and we had some hold on, look, I got over here and they didn't have a load for me. They're checking with the customer. Gotcha. The shipper tells you if they ain't got a load for you, I don't know what checking with the customer's gonna do. I don't care. But anyway, she had cooked the rice, so we had the I scrambled an egg, a couple eggs for it, pushed that off to it, and got to use my big cast iron for it, and so all we really put in it was a can of peas, drained them. I browned the shrimp. It was already cooked shrimp, and I'd cut it up into smaller pieces, which I won't do the next time. I like my smalls, extra smalls, just as extra smalls. And she agreed that hell, you had to hunt for the shrimp. You know, one of them type deals. So it was house fried rice with chicken, carrots, shrimp, and peas is what I think we put in it, and a lot of soy sauce. It turned out pretty dadgum good. It really did. I keep threatening to make videos of doing some of this, but I just haven't done it. I might work on that. We'll see. No promises. We'll see. I mean, they're such short videos, and it's such basic cooking. It ain't like we're reinventing cooking at all. Just some real basic stuff. So, it is what it is. There have been several people just leave out of here with outloads. I don't think I'm the only one where they didn't get a load. But anyway, Mama got up this morning and she was like, "You didn't even eat any more of that brownie last night." I said, "Nope." I said, "Actually, I went to bed pretty soon after you did." That I probably wasn't a half hour, 45 minutes after you, I came to bed. You was already snoring. Because she's one of these that lay in bed and watch TV. I've always told her there's two things for TV, or two things for bed, and one of them's watching TV. So, I go to bed to sleep. That ain't what you was thinking. Dirty mind. But, I told her, I said, no, it was good, that Mississippi Mud brownie. I said, no, it was really good. I said, well, damn, it's sweet. And when I tell you it's sweet, it's sweet. So, I've got some up back there. She, well, do you want to take them? Yeah, I do. You know, so she filled up one of my big plastic containers. And I brought milk. So as sweet as that is, I'll probably eat a little bit each night. Drink a little milk with it. It don't take much. Overall, it was a pretty good weekend. Me and Mama, we dragging our feet this morning, and when we went shopping, we'd grab some stuff since we knew I didn't have to leave out early. We grabbed some stuff to do breakfast, which when the kids are there on weekends, our breakfast is usually sausage biscuits. You know, Mom will throw some sausage on to cook, some biscuits in the oven. Or we might do pigs in a blanket. You know, stuff like that. Real simple and easy. Because it is considered a work morning. And I'm one of these. I'm not going to ask the wife to bust her butt making some big fancy breakfast for all of us that's working and whatnot. I mean, you know, she would if I asked her, but I ain't going to ask her. It's ridiculous. We have 3 grandchildren that'll be there that are picky eaters. The daughter-in-law don't eat a whole hell of a lot. The son, he will only eat 1 or 2 sausages over the course of the whole morning because he works out in the heat and he's like, I don't want all that food on my stomach in this heat. You know, Lakota eat whatever I give him. If I gave him 4, he'd probably eat them. But normally we give him 2. Normally I eat 2. Grandma eats 1, you know. So biscuits just fine. It's just fine. So it was getting on 10 o'clock. No, it wasn't. It was 10 after 9, actually. When she said, what time do you want to leave? And I said, well, I'd like to be rolling right around 11 o'clock. You know, at least up to the truck by 11-ish. And because I knew it was an hour over here. She, well, we're doing breakfast. Oh, yeah. So we jumped up and she started the sausages cooking on low and threw the biscuits in the oven. I went in there and cut up one of them taters from last night, made fried taters, and got the eggs ready and got them started. And Mama made some quick gravy, and actually we don't make our gravy from scratch no more. We used to. And yes, we know how, but we have found that the little packages or the big jar, which we buy the big jar of powder, it's just as good, you know. So she did that, whatever it is, you know, 2 cups of water and blah blah blah. No, it's the lazy gravy. I'm fine with that. She makes a damn good biscuit from scratch. She knows how. And every blue moon she'll do that just as a treat for me. Because I do prefer them over the frozen ones we get. But the frozen ones are pretty damn good. And they're a hell of a lot easier. So we do take advantage of the easier foods. But we had breakfast and sat there and shot the bull a little bit, watching some TV. The Vanilla Ice Project, if any of y'all watch that, we had that recorded. And the storms was coming through so bad that satellite went out. So we just started watching the Vanilla Ice Project. And time it was over, there was 4 episodes. They're a half hour long. Of course, you can speed through the commercials. Time she got me up to the truck, it was 11:10. Time I got actually rolling after putting everything in, doing my pre-trip and all that. And yes, I do a pre-trip. I don't get carried away on it, but I do a pre-trip. It was like 11:18, 11:20 when I actually started rolling. So, and I still got over here 40 minutes early. So that they could have me walking around. They have 2 different shipping offices, and of course I go to the wrong one. One of these places, they don't allow you inside, and it's raining, so I'm standing outside under a little bitty balcony waiting on these folks for them to finally decide that well, the first one told me, well, you're at the wrong one, you gotta go to the other end of the building, which is over a block away in the rain. Get down there and I'm standing outside again, which, you know, I'm not literally in the rain, but damn, it was humid. So it takes this guy quite a while to look up my numbers and stuff. Now, I don't know why they have you go stand where they do, and then they got to walk way off over yonder across the factory to office. Let me go check your numbers. 10 minutes or something later, he came back over and told me, I don't have a load for you. Really? So I got his name and made sure what department I was in, IBC. Came out and let the dispatcher know, and first question out of his mind is, now is the numbers not good, or does the man, or do they not have a load for you? And I said, Ronnie, the man told me I don't have a load for you. I said, whatever that means other than I don't have a load for you, I don't know. All I can tell you is I don't have a load for you. All right, I'll check it out. Okay, well, check it out. I did what I could do. Got back out here to the truck. I had logged off, or I thought I'd logged off duty. I'd been a good 45 minutes over there doing this stuff. Come back to the truck, and the log still got me on driving line. That's a hazard with these cheap BS logging systems. Alright, there's my boy calling. That's the gist of it for today. So, y'all remember, God loves you and so do I. Have a blessed day. Be safe out there. If you're down here in these rains, it's going to be getting bad in some of the areas. So, be real careful. Alright, bye folks.